no.
And, this time around he says he didn't do it. And, he took a pill or he ingested something and his legal team's getting together or whatever. And if he didn't do it, then why is he saying that I'm just going to do I'll accept the suspension? Well, if you didn't do it, why would you accept the suspension? Like, I wouldn't accept a suspension if I know I didn't do something. I'm fighting it to the bitter end. I'm not accepting that. Are you kidding me? That's my life.
Those are the words of Serafina, the former promoter of Darrell Miller. And she said something that really hit home, and I wanted to share it with you guys. She heard his last interview, and Darrell Miller in that interview said, "Hey, I'm willing to accept the suspension." And she came up with a good point. Like, if you didn't do it, why would you be willing to accept a suspension if you didn't do anything at all? Like, if it was just something that you didn't do, you would want to take that, and that's why you spend money on getting a legal team together, because you didn't do anything. See, last year also, when Dillian White had his discrepancy with his sample B or whatever, because his VADA test was fine, people. Dillian White's VADA test was fine. A lot of people want to sweep that shit under the rug. But the problem was with UCAD and whatever they found, okay? So that's the reason for a legal team. But if you say, hey, I'm getting together with lawyers, I can't say much. It's GWH 1516 or whatever. And, I can't say much about the drug, but you've already taken the drug. But I didn't do shit. I didn't take it again, but I'm willing to take a suspension. That's really by omission saying, hey, I really did it. That's why I turned all my damn social media accounts off. I shut them shits down immediately. Okay? He shut that shit down like that. Right? He didn't waste any time. Once I looked, he didn't have any photos or anything. I'm like, dude, this dude has, I don't know how many followers he has, but he had quite a lot. From the AJ build up, right? Then you went back to it. You couldn't find it anywhere. He had erased it off the internet, off the www. Okay? That's a bad sign right there by itself. It's a very bad sign when you do that. Okay? Now, then 3 days later, you say, "Oh, I'm innocent. I got my legal team together, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this." And I told everybody that I would in fact, do due diligence to make sure this doesn't happen again. Obviously, you didn't, and obviously, what tells me it's a habit at this point. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel it's a habit for Darrell Miller. I feel that he did the same thing he did last year. He just did less of it because he's like, okay, this isn't as detectable, but it's something in your mind and your thought process made you want to do it again. So if it made you want to do it again, how are we convinced that you didn't do it again and again and again? Okay, that's the bad thing about taking drugs, because it's so shunned about. But let me give you guys a little history lesson and understanding about PEDs, okay? There is not one time, and I'm not defending PEDs, I'm just showing you facts about performance-enhancing drugs and banned substances, okay? There's never been one time in the history of boxing, I'm not talking about MMA or UFC, I'm talking about boxing. There's never been a time when a guy popped dirty, okay, and it, and the result, someone died. Okay, that would probably make it worse. You'd probably be doing some jail time. Like, this isn't some Luis Resto stuff. Like, so many fighters have been popped doing PEDs. I mean, the creme de la creme, people. Roy Jones, Sugar Shane Mosley, Fernando Vargas, Luis Ortiz, okay, Darrell Miller, Tyson Fury, Huey Fury, Billy Joe Saunders, a lot of these people. The list goes on and on and on. Okay? But that hasn't never resulted as the case with someone taking performance enhancing drugs. Does performance enhancing drugs or banned substance mean you're going to automatically want to fight? No. Fernando Vargas was juiced. You could tell his body looked totally different when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. He still got knocked out 11th round. Okay? Right? If we want to look at UFC, Chael Sonnen. He got choked out by Anderson Silva. Okay? He didn't win. So, no, it doesn't really result in an automatic win. It's just something that gives you an edge. It does have a black cloud in the sport of boxing because it's already a brutal sport. All of them are brutal sports, but, you know, it's a brutal sport. And for the idea that you need something extra besides your blood, sweat, and tears, okay, and a little faith, that's not a good sign. Again, not condoning it, but a lot of people have done that. You know, but in Darrell Miller's case, Serafina does have a good point. If you know, why are you willing to take a suspension if you're spending thousands of dollars on lawyers to try to get down to the bottom of this? You're supposed to do that in defense of your innocence, not defense of, I'm willing to take a plea deal. Okay? Okay, that's the big deal. I'm willing to take a plea deal. Well, why? That's an admission of guilt, in a sense, already by itself, on top of your other actions. Let me shut down my social media accounts right away. That all looks bad. That's what I'm saying. And again, that's just something I didn't think about. But shouts out to Serafina for, you know, making that statement, because it was just so real at the end of the day. You guys tell me what you think about Serafina. I will leave the link below. Pep Talk UK, shouts out to them. I'll leave the link below so you guys can listen to the whole video, because it has some good stuff on there. But anyway, tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.